Hmm. Okay. Hi. Whoever is right now live, I'm just having some technical issues and I hope I can sort them out right away because we would love to see Kelly here and have Kelly speaking. Hi, Kelly. Can you hear me now? Okay. Just hang on a second. I just have to write Kelly and I can see her, can't hear her. Hope you're all well, and I hope this is going to start soon. Okay.
Hi.
Hi. Oh, brilliant. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Oh, brilliant. Thank you so much. Welcome. This is the first office talk that we have.
Yay! Good.
Isn't that brilliant?
Exciting. I'm happy to be first.
Yeah, isn't that great? Now, I have asked you here to come and share something about you because I, love to hear more about your health summit.
Sure.
I just hope, and would you like to introduce yourself? I think that would be lovely. And then we can start our chat.
Okay. Sounds good. I'm Kelly Morgan. I am the owner of Serona Health Coaching, and I help women who are really high achievers, the ones who are always just killing it at life, job, home, social life. They are just every bit as busy as you could possibly be and loving it. However, one of the downsides of being like that is sometimes and I say we because I'm one of them too, sometimes we put our health on the back burner because we're just like, I'm fine. Ain't nobody got time for that. I have too many things to do. I have a lot of things to juggle. So over time, certainly you don't have anything horrible happening yet. There's no diabetes, no, you're not so overweight you can't move, or there's nothing terribly concerning in your health. But it's one of those nagging things that's in the back of your head where it's, like you should do something about it, but yeah. And the women I've talked to and my own experience have felt like, okay, so if you project into the future as we want to do, you realize that you're going to be so disappointed if you don't do something, if nothing has changed in your health. Not just, not the idea of you are in dire circumstances, you've had a heart attack or something, but that just kind of dissatisfaction of nothing changing. So I'm trying to help women who are in that situation not make everything so hard. So my motto is don't make it so hard. And because
I love that.
it's not that hard to be healthy, I promise. And all of the women who are in our summit are going to also tell you that same thing. So I'll tell you about the summit in a few. But the goal is to make a healthy lifestyle. Like most of us are not in a dire situation. So we really just need some tweaks to make a healthy lifestyle, something that's just autopilot. Like you just eat your fruits and vegetables. You just get plenty of movement. So that's what I do. And it's the point of our summit we're going to talk about.
That's brilliant. So how did you come up with the idea to gather women and so many so brilliant women, so inspiring women you have gathered together, and I'm just so happy to be part of that and humbled.
Yes. So glad you did it.
So why did you come up with this idea?
Well, it starts with those women who are the speakers in this summit. I am so lucky to know so many smart, just inspiring, really incredible women who are in industries that aren't necessarily health. I mean, like you, it's not necessarily health, but has some aspect on a healthy lifestyle. So over this last year, I've been in a coaching group and I've met a bunch of people through a course I've taken and just throughout my career. I've met these wonderful women who could just inspire the pants off of you. So I literally woke up one day and said, I should get these people in front of everybody. We should all get together and do something. So it was like one of those shower thoughts, you know, where I was in the shower and thought, oh, I should do that.
That's so good. I didn't know that. So this is just a really inspirational, you know, having a thought and then run with it.
Yeah,
I love that.
Boom. And one of the women who's in the summit, Marita, she and I had been talking in a mastermind. And at the end of our mastermind, what we do is everybody goes around in, well, a virtual circle. We're not in the same room, in a Zoom chat room. We go around the circle and everybody gives a one-word takeaway. And Marita had said community. Now, this was back in February.
All right.
And it had stuck with me this whole time. And I was like, community. Yes. Because women operate in community. Like, we love to work with other women. And just, you know, once I started thinking community, and Marita would be so embarrassed that she's inspired me that much. But yeah, once I realized how many cool people there were, I needed everybody out there to meet them. So that's how it happened.
Wow. And you've put so much work in it. I mean, nobody sees it yet, but I know how extremely wonderful, inspiring this summit's going to be, but also how much work behind the scene that meant for you.
Well, thank you for acknowledging that. It's been fun now.
And you've done it like in a perfect way, and I guess that's the overachiever in you.
Yeah, I am my own client.
Yes. So I mean, you know, that's wonderful for everybody who's taking part, but even better for everybody who's able to really see the sum of all your work. So can you tell us a little bit more about the background work here? I mean, that's if you're happy to share.
I would love to, because I am very open about any system I found that works, even if it's like a business system. So, okay. If you do not use Google Docs, you need to use Google Docs, because you can collaborate, you can organize things.
Yeah.
So I use those. I use everything that Google Drive offers. I am into it.
Me too. I love it. I love
amazing. Yeah. I mean, your information was shared through Google Drive, and it was so easy for me to gather every part of your summit stuff. So it's all about organization, and everything in life, in my viewpoint, is organization. So business-wise, that is how I can do all of this sort of stuff with just me. I don't have any help, and someday I might need help, but systems, organization, and spreadsheets. Oh, spreadsheets.
I love them too. Just the ticking of boxes, like, oh yeah, I've done all that. It's such a good feeling.
Yeah.
Now, I'm sorry actually for my voice. I'm still not really on top of things, but I'm going to have a little.
That's okay. You are still recovering. I haven't talked to anyone today except for you all.
So it's morning in Washington, isn't it?
Exactly. Well, it's late morning. So the way that I did this summit, and if you out there want to do a summit, here's what I did. So I came up with this concept, and then from that, I wrote a pitch. So, or not a pitch, a call for speakers. And that call was just describing what it is, you know, looking for people who would be interested. So I created a Google form, and I attached that to the call. So I put it out to Facebook groups that I'm in, my personal Facebook group. I'm very fortunate that I'm connected with a lot of really smart people. So it was pretty easy to gather this. So people started filling out the Facebook forms, and each application, I then transcribed that into a spreadsheet with all of the applicants. Then I went through, and then as each one came in, I'd review their pitch, and I would send out an acceptance or a rejection. And rejection was only based on if they were not a fit at all for it, because everyone who applied, I thought, I'd love to chat with you. You'd be so, that was the hardest part. But being a fit for the exact theme was the only reason for rejections. And hopefully I get to work with the other people who were not able to be on the summit in the future. So that was very fortunate. So after that, for each thing that I sent out to people, I put it in a Google Doc. So every communication for anything that happened in this summit, except for like personal communication, I have in this Google Doc so that I know what to do for next year. Fingers crossed it goes well. So with that, after getting the acceptances, I sent out an invitation for people to schedule their interview. So with that, then I would send a pre-interview email, and then we'd do it. I'd send a post-interview email. After that, I would process the video, do all the stuff that needs to be done, add the graphics at the beginning and end, and then I would write a video summary. And during this time, I'm still gathering information I'm still getting applicants, still doing that whole process. And the application process cut off at the end of, I want to say the end of July. I can't even remember. I feel like I've been doing this for 6 years. So after that, what I did was, as each person finished their interview, they would send in a headshot, a bio, anything they wanted to promote, and a title for their session. So this was all kept in a spreadsheet. And then as things would come in, I'd start to create the graphics and all that. So
they're amazing.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, they are amazing. Why don't you share, some of the graphics in the later in the Facebook group? So
yeah, I'd be happy to. I actually just finished them. I just got my last title for.
Oh, good.
Yeah. So with all that, I have scheduled, because it's happening in a Facebook group, I have scheduled all of the posts for it. So I don't have to go in each day and, 5 times a day, put in everything. So everything in there is scheduled. Videos, graphics, everything is in there. So it pretty much the only work that's going to happen October 1st when this starts is interacting with everybody. So hopefully
the fun part, right?
Yeah. I mean, theoretically, that's what we're happening. Yeah. So very exciting. And
it is exciting. I mean, and I know it's a lot of work. That's why I asked you, because I know there's so much work behind something like that, and it's all for free. Yes. So you're offering that, and that's what we should have to point out here. You've been investing so much time in that, and it's all for free. So whoever wants to join us there, you have that platform, and they can just sign up and get all the information. I wanted to share the link. Please, just if it's possible, just try to spell it out for the people who are online now. I try to, because this is my first interview that I do it together. Normally we have a little, like something I can press and then share something on my screen. Yeah. And I couldn't really find it yet. So I'm just hopefully find that. But why don't you tell us the link where people can already sign up to not miss it? That would be wonderful.
Yes.
So you can link it after the chat anyway below.
Yes.
But I try to, because can you remember, like on Be Live, you can have a screenshot of your link. Did you do that ever?
I have never done a live. This is my first time I've ever been on one, and I've never done one.
All right. That's a very first person.
Yes, for someone who's done all of these videos, I am a live virgin.
Okay. Well, I much prefer that. Like, I so much prefer conversations. I just did shoot a video 2 days ago. We had to postpone because of my
oh, I know you
like for a week now, I wasn't able to talk. I was coughing the last time we met. And I had to put myself on silence again and again. I really had to postpone the photo shoot and the video that I wanted to create for something special that comes up for me too soon. And I can't tease yet because they're talking about the health summit, but there is something coming from my side.
Awesome.
So I did this video, and I'm such an anti-talent. It's not funny anymore. I'm like, I can't, like, I love conversations. I love to talk with people and I love to connect. But once there's just a camera and me, I'm like, I'm starting to freeze.
It gets weird.
Oh, it's so weird. It's not funny anymore. And my brain starts to zip. It's zero.
Oh,
it's like it's somebody just talking, you know, just really the floor underneath my feet and I can't remember anything. And I'm literally, I want to go step by step. Okay, let's start. My camera woman, which is an amazing lady. So she says like, okay, just one sentence. Okay, you should be, you know, you
got this.
That, right? Okay, yeah, try. It's like the first two words and everything's gone. It's blank. It's like, I'm just staring at the camera. So I much prefer just a normal conversation like that and being in front of the camera.
Well, you know, that's, it's so much more natural. That's what our whole summit is. It's conversations like this. And it's more natural.
To me, I'm going to have this video and I'm going to look so dull.
The two of us, we're both alone for our sessions. But believe me, we are going to be magnificent. I'm the lag behind here. I'm the only one who hasn't recorded my session.
All right. Well, just that you know, I did. And Corinne, I think she just sent me a link, the video woman, while we were starting to talk. So somewhere we have it.
Yep, I'm truly last.
Yeah. So what are your plans after the summit, or what are your goals really for the summit, for people who attend this free summit? What would you love those people to take away from that summit? How long will it be? When will it start? Well, it starts on October 1st, you already said. So what kind of format is it? What can they expect and what can they take away from that?
Okay, well, first of all, you can sign up at sirona.com/summit. And Sirona is spelled T-S-I-R-O-N-A. And that link, like we said, I'll put it in there. But what you can expect is, well, we have 30 speakers, including us.
Yes.
What we have is for 5 days from October 1st through 5th on Facebook. So it's in a Facebook group that will stay open. If you can't be there live, that is totally fine. Because remember, overachievers, we got a lot going on. So what's going to happen is each day I post 5 videos. So 5 of these awesome interviews. And on Friday, there are 6 because I do a wrap-up video so that everybody can, you know, we can have our takeaways and our like final thoughts. So what my goal is that with each one of these videos, I can, since I was there for all of them, I can tell you that they all have an actionable element to them. There is something that everybody can do immediately to get a win. Like, so you can change something immediately with everybody's video and mine eventually. So the point of this whole summit is, first of all, for you to meet a lot of experts who are just incredible and to get inspired. But what I want, and the reason why I did this, is that I want people to have access to information so that they can come away and get some progress for free. And, you know, pick and choose amongst the videos. Like there's 30 videos, you know, we don't expect you to watch all videos right now. The group will stay open. Nobody's taken down any videos. And if I move them, I will let you know where they are for free still. So this will be forever available in some way and free. Pick and choose.
That is amazing.
Yeah, I mean, we're not trying to like shut down access here. Yeah. So it's all about getting that information. And these interviews all have elements of like some surprising things. The experts we have a period coach. Yes, that's a thing. We have people who are experts in meditation, meal planning, stress management. I'm a goal setting person. And I mean, and we have a meditation from you. That's going to be beautiful. So we have everything you can imagine. We have fitness. We have everything that's needed for a healthy lifestyle, including happiness, which we have 2 sessions on happiness because that's kind of the point of all this. You know, we want you to be happy.
Exactly.
Yeah. So, you know, the point is to come away with something actionable, to have access to all the people that could help you if you need some help, and have a good time and meet some people. That's what I want for everybody, attendees and speakers.
That's lovely. And also be inspired, isn't it?
So, absolutely.
And the amazing amount of different people being there, having like 30 brilliant women in there, and you can just choose. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be doing everything, but you can, and it's all for free. So that's
right. And remember my motto: don't make it so hard. That's the point of this. That's we give you the way to make it not so hard.
That's brilliant.
Yeah. So at the end of it, we keep the access open, because if you can watch 30 videos in 1 week, I mean, first of all, whoa, but I can't even imagine you can. So don't panic.
Yeah, and it's a work in progress. Maybe you want to start somewhere with a few videos and implement that into your life. And then you come to a situation where you think, oh, wasn't she, didn't she say something about this and this person or that and that? And I go back and watch it now and then implement that. So do it step by step.
Exactly. And I should mention there are tons of freebies too. Like a bunch of speakers are giving away awesome just guides and meditations and wonderful things. And I've looked at all of these things and they are extremely helpful too. So they can also take that conversation further if you feel like you need a little bit more guidance. So there are lots of freebies to help you along. I made a workbook for you to take notes in, because I'm also a professor. So that's I'm Captain Note Taker.
Exactly. And that's why it's so well organized, just for the viewers too.
Yeah, it has to be.
You really like it neat and tight, don't you? Yeah, that's amazing. So I hope as many people as possible will sign up, because I truly believe it's an amazing opportunity for everyone. It's for free, so there is really a no-brainer.
That's for real, for free, no tricks here.
Yeah, no tricks. So that's amazing. Now, to a totally different subject. How are you in Washington? Because I know from my friend Sarah that the storm is coming your way and that you were expecting a lot of water, a lot of rain.
Yeah,
how is this developing? How are you feeling about this? Or did it turn? I haven't watched the news now. I did watch it last night, my night in Europe. How is it right now?
We are lucky here. It looks like the hurricanes, well, this is not good news for people further south, but it looks like the hurricane's going to skew a little bit further south. But the Washington Post just put out a new post about it yesterday, how, it might come up a little bit further north. So pretty much we don't know what's going to happen here. We do know that North and South Carolina are in trouble. So we do know that, but we don't know.
I can remember that was 1996, and I was on my honeymoon with my husband, which was lovely. And we traveled south from New York, and there was a hurricane warning, and we traveled to Charleston, and flew down, and it was very shaky, and we, some planes got delayed, so we sort of had to queue. And then once we came down, we just saw the impact that the hurricane, I can't remember its name, it was in October. We married on the 5th of October. So it was, I don't know, maybe a week afterwards that we came down, and it was flooded. Like, it was devastating to see. We here in Europe don't really have those hurricanes. And I think for me, when I watch it sometimes, hear about it, for me, it's so surreal that you know exactly when it comes.
Yeah.
And it's like 3 days away, and it looks beautiful and nothing, it's like everything's perfect, but there's this huge threat hanging over you, and you don't know what impact it's going to have. And it can hurt.
And it can be horrible. And this one, it looks like it's going to be devastating to the Carolinas. And I mean, luckily they're a resilient population because they're used to this, but still, I mean, that doesn't take away the loss. And they are evacuating. I hope that everybody follows those evacuation orders, because that's critical.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you still get a lot of people who just say, hey, I've ridden out so many hurricanes. I'm used to that. You know, bring it on. I say, cool. And that's okay too, I guess, because, you know, they.
If you are, I mean, it's never a good idea, but.
Yeah. But I think you have to respect that, right?
I mean, it's your choice.
Yeah. So let's hope that nothing really serious is going to happen. And I'm really glad. I mean, very sorry for the Carollyne. Yes. Especially as me.
Yeah.
I'm very empty to anybody calling Carollyne. But,
oh, no, don't sully the namesake.
But I'm glad that it's not, you know, moving too much into the Washington area.
Yeah, we got very
So tell me, what are you doing privately if you're so stressed with all the summit going on and maybe even pressures from now a little bit less, as we know, with the hurricane coming, but just, you know, like things are going on, life is happening. How can you declutter, de-stress? What do you do personally?
I have the best husband ever. He is the coolest man. And it's like he can anticipate my needs. So he will, you know, tell me when it's time to take a break, or we'll go take a walk. We live in a really walkable area. So we'll go take a walk and get some dinner up by us. And I'm lucky that he's intuitive with that.
Yeah.
But when my husband is not around, or he's out in the garage working on a car or something, we both get hyper focused. And that's something that, you know, it's a personality thing. And I have to step away from my computer. So I find that I work solid days. Like you can get me all day, not distracted. And because I love what I'm doing.
Yeah.
This would not be true.
Otherwise it wouldn't work, right?
Yeah. I mean, this would not be true if I didn't like what I do. But I have to physically get away from my office. So sometimes I go into the office space where I work over at the university, and I work there all day, or I will be at home. But regardless of where I'm working that day, I have to close up the laptop and leave. Because if I bring my laptop with me, because I would be happy to go watch TV and still keep working. And it's not healthy. And I mean, I think probably there are a lot of people here in this group who might be like that too, where work.
Yeah.
So I have to get away. This is not to say I don't like to relax. I love TV and I love to read. So it's just saying, okay, the workday is over. Move.
I can exactly get that. Like sometimes I watch something, you know, Netflix at the moment, there's Soul, Better Call Saul. Like we're addicted. So, you know, fortunately, it's only one series at the moment they air here in Switzerland. I don't know how it is with you guys. Is it the same? Do they like sometimes air at Netflix? Just at the moment, that's the reality. Anyhow, you know, sometimes it would be better, especially because I work with a lot of people in America.
Yeah.
I'm working totally different hours. I get up at the same time that anybody here in Europe does. I start my work and I do my work till everybody else gets up. My clients get up.
Yeah.
And then I start to work with them. So for me, those days are just getting longer and longer and longer.
Yeah.
And I just have to sometimes, you know, cut it. And sometimes you can't because there are a few projects going on and there's a lot to do. And so I sometimes feel if I go directly to bed, I feel just there's no life anymore. And I have to put the space into that. Just, you know, watch something on telly.
What's up?
And you think like, what, is it 11? It's so much better if you would go to bed and actually get some sleep.
Yeah.
Because at 6 or at 7, you're already waking up again. But then you think, oh my God, I can't face bed. I just need to have a little bit of a distraction.
Yeah.
So what are you looking at the, you know, watch some telly or books? What are your favorites at the moment to just chill out?
Okay, I just finished an awesome book last night. I stayed up a little too late reading it, which is why I got up a little later today. Called The Sunshine Sisters. It was so good. So this was a departure for me. It's just normal fiction, but I like to read thrillers. So I like to read psychological thrillers, like where someone's been murdered.
Oh, my husband loves that. My girlfriend and husband, they share those books together, and it's like nothing for me, but they love, then they start to talk about the forensics. They really love if they go deep into forensics. So you love that too.
Yes. And I read a lot. So sometimes I have to take a break because the different books start to meld together. I'm like, wait, what book was that? You know, what was that case? You know, so
yeah.
Sometimes I have to switch up to a normal, lighter fiction or a nonfiction or something. But I like to read, especially at night. I love Netflix. My husband and I are rewatching 30 Rock. And right now I'm watching Shameless. So there's...
Shameless. Oh, okay. Okay. Brilliant. Did you watch Bloodline?
I did. It was good.
I love that. I love that. And I mean, this starts out to be so easygoing, and there's the black sheep in the family, but it's like, ooh, it's tensing up, right?
Good, yeah.
The characters. Oh yeah, me too.
When people say they don't watch TV, I'm like, why? It doesn't mean you're dumb if you watch TV. I love TV.
Not at all. Not at all. I really love to do that to unwind.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I would love you to just below the video, or even, do an own post about whatever we talked. I would love to see the link of the Sunshine Sisters.
Yes, it's such a good book.
Yeah. And then maybe, of course, the link where people can sign up for the free summit, health summit. And I would love to, if you could share some posts, so people can get a reminder where to sign up and be ready for the October summit.
I would love to. And, you can come see lots of great people, including us. Why wouldn't you want to see us, right?
Exactly. Well, it was lovely talking to you, Kelly. And I'm so glad you took the time.
Me too. And I'm excited I was the first.
Yes. And it's all first, like first life, first whatever. Sadly, I couldn't post the link. I tried to post the link here now, but I don't think it's working. It's the chat box. Well, you have to post that.
I don't know how to do it. I'll do it on the Facebook.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for the time.
Yes, thank you for having me.
Thank you. Okay. Bye-bye. Have a lovely day. Take care.
Bye.